Good morning, Doctor and my friends. My name is Lim Zihang, and my metric number is 277539. Today, Group 15 are going to present for the main issue of Tadika Fan Fekan.
Hello and hi everyone. My name is Nur Aisha Shahira, binti Zarfan, number metric 281438. For your information, my group and I have chose Tadika Fan Furqan as our main subject for the problem solving assignment. First of all, I'm going to tell you the background of this business. So, Tadika Fan Furqan is an Islamic kindergarten that has been established around year 2003 at Taman Suria Jitra Kedah. As years passed by, the management team decided to expand the business. So now overall they have 4 branches located in Kedah and 3 branches located in Selangor. In fact, this business has 2 headquarters, has 2 HQ, one in Kedah and one in Shah Alam. So the Kedah HQ is for the purpose of managing the kindergarten, and the Shah Alam's HQ is for the purpose of managing the marketing of the business. Overall, this business has 40 staff, which can be divided into 2 categories, the kindergarten staff and also the management staff. For each branches, there are at least 3 teachers and 1 helper. So this can be categorized into the kindergarten staff, and the rest will be the management staff, which including the chairman, the CEOs, and other positions such as accountant, marketing manager, program development manager, and also sales and product development manager. The main focus of this business is, of course, the kindergarten service itself. And besides the kindergarten service, they also sell some educational products via online too. That means they are not only focusing on providing the kindergarten service only. So the products are Iqra modules and also Fan Furqan wheels, which are used to help children to learn the Al-Quran alphabet effectively. So I'm going to move to the main issue of this business. So now I'm going to explain a little bit the main issue facing by Tadika Fan Furqan business. Just like other business organizations, Tadika Fan Furqan also is facing some issues, some problems, especially during the pandemic of COVID-19. According to the interviewee, which is the chairman itself, Dr. Muhammad Hisham bin Muhammad Sharif, the main issue facing by the management team right now is related to the financial issue. So financial issue or financial problem can be defined as money issue, which makes it hard for a business to pay for their expenses and debts. So based on the interview session, we can conclude that this business is facing income problems, which is also one of the type of financial problem. We all know that finance is a huge part of every business organization. Without strong finance, the business will collapse. So this business is struggling to balancing between their limited revenue and also between their expenses. In other words, their revenue growth is declining while the expenses are slightly increasing. So this happens due to some factors such as the pandemic of COVID-19, the late fees payment from the parents because of the turnover of the staff, and also due to the difficulties of sticking to the efficiency budget. Financial problem which forces this business into survival mode can lead to many negative consequences, either to the people inside the business or to the people outside it. So according to Dr. Hisham, this problem affects their unemployment situation, affects the moral of the staff, affects how they want to plan for the future, and also affecting their cash flow. So if this issue is still happening in the future, it may lead to other worse issues. So in order to avoid that kind of situation from happening, so this business must solve this issue. So we have identified 4 solutions to overcome this issue. So the solutions are they need to analyze new business strategies, they need to motivate their employees, they need to provide other service that is not mainly related to the kindergarten, and also they need to shut down some branches which bring losses and sell some useless assets to cover their expenses. So I'm not going to explain all the factors, consequences and solutions in detail, because I'm going to give the chance to my other groupmates, so they will explain all of this in more detail. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Intan Suraya Natasha binti Jamaluddin, Nometric 279292. So I represent factor that contribute to financial problem. Dr. Muhammad Isha Muhammad Sharif is a person that has 7 kindergarten branches Tadika Fund Furhan and a product for kids to learn, such as a reading model and spin a wheel, also affected by pandemic COVID-19, with financial issue as a main factor that affect in his business. So there are so many factors that lead to financial problem in Dr. Muhammad Hisham business that make him hard to survive in this pandemic era. So for Dr. Muhammad Hisham Muhammad Sharif business, we discover 4 factors that contribute to financial difficulty, so make it difficult to survive. So a pandemic COVID-19 factor is the key cause of financial problem in Dr. Muhammad Hisham market. So pandemic COVID forced all business to spend large sums of money in order to survive during this crisis of period. So to prevent the spread of the coronavirus, all business must spend extra money on supply. So the owner must also spend extra money to hire people to perform sanitized service around the kindergarten, so to ensure that is always clean for students to come to the kindergarten. So this factor has caused financial instability in Dr. Muhammad Hisham business, because COVID-19 require a larger investment than previously. So the second factor that cause our financial problem is the parent fail to pay their fee on time. So as we know, COVID-19 has impact on everyone in the world, including worker. So some parents has been fired by their employer, has lost their job and not received any salary during COVID-19. So since COVID-19, it has been difficult for parents who has lost their job to make payment on time. So this factor cause a financial problem, making it difficult to pay staff salary, pay the electric bill, and provide other kindergarten maintenance and service. Okay, so the third factor that leads to financial problem in Sheikh Muhammad Hisham business is turnover of the staff. So this kind of turnover tend to cost high and a lot of money. There are some employees want to resign from their position. This may cause financial unstable, because need to pay salary to the employee and need to spend extra money to hire a new staff. So the organization need to do extra work, such as need to pay marketing service, banner and other service to attract people to join a business. Okay, so the last factor that contribute to a financial problem in a business is inability to stick with efficient budget. So following a budget has become more difficult since COVID-19 pandemic attack. So the first reason why it's difficult to stick with efficiency budget is that company earn low wage to support business. So in most cases, a business will offer half price for each item and discount. So despite the facts that they do not make a lot of money since pandemic. So unforeseen events such as electric problem and a broken item may occur at any time. So this makes it difficult for the owner to stay within the budget, as the cost of operation is not too cheap. So in conclusion, this is four factor, which is pandemic COVID-19, parents fail to pay their fee on time, turnover of the staff, and inability to stick with efficient budget be the main factor lead to financial problem in Dr. Muhammad Hisham Muhammad Sharif business. So all entrepreneurs that run a business needs always pray that the crisis COVID-19 ends soon. So it is possible that facility and assistance offered in Malaysia will continue and increase. So all business should take all opportunity to overcome the challenge of financial problem. So that's all.
As we know that the main issue of Tadika Fan Fakan is the financial problem. The financial problem has bring a lot of consequences to the kindergarten. The first consequences of the financial problem is the occur of unemployment among the workers in the kindergarten. The meaning of unemployment is an economic condition which the individuals who are finding the jobs remain unhired. From the interview session with the founder of Tadika Fan Fakan, Dr. Muhammad, the financial problem that facing by kindergarten have led him to decide to shutting down some branches in Malaysia. The closure of some branches of Tadika Fan Fakan have created unemployment among the workers who have worked in the branches before. The unemployment will cause many effects in terms of economy, social, and politics. The workers who have lost their job will cause the declining of their standard of living, as they have not enough money to cover their daily expenditure. The second consequence is the inconsistent of cash flow in the kindergarten. The cash inflow of the kindergarten, including the student fees, the selling of the reading module, and the other products, while the cash outflow, including the salary of the teachers and administration, utilities expense, and the other costs. The pandemic of COVID-19 and some of the parents make the fee payment lately have affected the income of the kindergarten, and they are unable to cover their outcome, which also known as expenses. This is because most of the income of the kindergarten are come from the student fees. The inconsistent of cash flow will cause the kindergarten to experience with the cash shortage, which will lead to the kindergarten unable to pay for the credits, supplier, and the employees. Moreover, the late payment for the debt will influence the credit rating of the kindergarten, and they will become more difficult to get a loan or borrowing in the future. The third consequence is the moral of the employees. The employees with higher moral value will increase the productivity of the company, but the employee with lower moral value will decrease the productivity of the company. The financial problem that faced by a company will influence the salary payment of the staff, and mostly the company will deduct the salary payment to reduce their expenses. When the kindergarten was facing the financial problem, the employees that work at there will become stressed as their salary will be deducted, and some of them are worried about they will be faced with the problem of unemployment. The stress of the employees will cause the productivity and the behavior become lower. For an example, some of the employees will leave earlier, absence from the job, doing a lot of mistakes, losing the job concentrations, and the others. This negative ethical behavior was very harmful, as it will influence the performance and reputation of the kindergarten in the future. Hence, this situation has shown that how important of the moral of the employee. The last consequences is not enough preparation for unexpected expenses in the future. When our country has been faced with the pandemic of COVID-19, the budget of the kindergarten become more difficult to do. And this situation have brought the impact to the kindergarten. A budget is very important as it helps us to estimate the revenue and expenses that incurred in the company. However, a budget is difficult to make when a company was facing with the uncertainty condition, especially during the pandemic of COVID-19. This situation is an uncertainty situation and bring a lot of unexpected expenses to the kindergarten, which will cause them to face with the financial problem as they never thought that the pandemic of COVID-19 will happen in our country. When the kindergarten is not prepared well for the unexpected expenses, it will lead a lot of problems such as difficult to do the payment for the salary and utility bills, the increasing of turnover of staff, increasing the stress of the owner and the others. Next, I will pass to my friends for the next presentation.
Hello, my name is Habibah Inalmi Devirka, nomor metrik 26XX06. I will explain solution of the financial problem. There are some solutions that can help the Tandika Fund Forecon management team to overcome the financial issues. The first solution that can be done by them by analyzing the business strategies that will be carried out during the pandemic COVID-19. For example, they might want to focus on online business strategies, which is one of the pandemic-proof platforms. They cannot solely depend on providing the kindergarten service right now, because the kindergarten might need to be closed in any time if the number of cases increase. This solution will bring them to loss because they cannot generate any income. In contrast, they can still receive revenue when they sell their product to online and will help them to pay their fixed costs. According to one of the organization behavior concept, in responding to the economic pressures, effective management is asset in tough economy times. Therefore, they need to plan their strategy effectively in order to solve the financial issues. The next solution is they needed to motivate the employee as one to case of the business success in the employee motivation in itself. This can be done in many ways. One of them is by applying to goal setting theory, where they needed to tell the employee what they needed to do and how much effort is needed. Goal setting theory is needed to encourage the employee to work effectively and automatically it will lead to better performance. Job enhancement also can be considered as one process that can help to create a motivating job. This can be done by adding extra tasks or extra responsibilities that can make the job more meaningful for the employees. By doing this way, the turnover problems among employees which is definitively and can consider an indirect loss for the business can be reduced. The third solution is to provide home teaching service for students. During the pandemic of COVID-19, the revenue of the kindergarten had declined as they have to close their operation all the time. The kindergarten can provide the home teaching service by making the appointment with the student and teaching them one by one in their house. This can provide a pretty good income because many students are learning online and have the faced with the internet connection problem. So every student really needs to teacher to teach student offline. The solution is one the concept a relationship design as the home teaching service are suitable for the teacher and student especially during the pandemic of COVID-19. The last solution is close some of the loss-making branches and sell some useless assets. The close of the branches can help us to reduce the loss especially during the pandemic of COVID-19. As if you don't close, some branches can cause of losses. Moreover, the kindergarten also can sell some same assets to increase the cash on hand and the cover in expected expense in uncertain condition. The solution is based of concept of rational decision-making model. In the concept rational decision-making model, there are several steps, and one of step is it define the problem and develop the alternatives. Thus, the best alternative is because in the close some branches. The last solution is to close some of the loss-making branches and sell some useless assets. The close of the branches can help us to reduce the loss especially during the pandemic of COVID-19. as if you don't close some branches, it can cause hard losses. Moreover, the kindergarten also cancel some assets and to increase the cash on hand and the cover and expect daily expense in the uncertainty condition. The solution is based of concept of rational decision making model. In the concept rational decision making model, there are several steps, and one step in define the problem and develop an alternative. Thus, the best alternative will be chosen and they close some branches.
So, for the conclusion, we know that Tadika Fan Furqan is an Islamic kindergarten that has been established around year 2003 at Taman Surya, Citra, Kedah. Regarding to the interview session with the founder of Tadika Fan Furqan, Dr. Muhammad Hisham, we know that the main issue that faced by the kindergarten is the financial problem. We also tried to get the information from Dr. Muhammad Hisham about the factors that caused the issue to happen, and they are the pandemic of COVID-19. Besides that, the parents do not make the payment on time, as most of the income of the kindergarten come from the student fees. The turnover of the staff and unable to make an efficiency budget also the factors of the kindergarten. The financial problem that happened in the kindergarten has caused many consequences to them. The consequences are the occur of unemployment, the inconsistent of cash flow, the impact of the moral of the employee, and not enough preparation for unexpected expenses in the future. So it can be concluded that the presence of the COVID-19 virus outbreak has a very significant impact on several types of industry in Malaysia, especially in the service provider industry. Industry service such as the education is the industry most affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. Although if you look at the percentage decline in the daily income, this industry has experienced a large decline. There are some solutions that can be done by the service industry to overcome these conditions, namely the first, by analyzing the business strategies and promoting social media as optimally as possible. The second solution is motivating their employees, and the third solution is to provide home teaching service for the students. The last solution is to close some branches that incurred losses and sell some assets, which is useless. And there are still many strategies that the company can do so that the company continues to run amid the COVID-19 pandemic. That's all for our presentation. Thank you for lending me your ears.